大家好，歡迎收睇 Gameplay HK 也進，繼續刺客教條維京紀元。嗱，而家就翻嚟交代翻話，我哋已經揾到第3個盟友啦。
Rowan, Holger, why all this shouting?
佢哋要嘈緊咩？嘈咩啊
Eivor, thank Tyr. I heard shouting. Is something wrong?
Holger robbed me, and I demand he be punished.
Robbed is a pointed word. Does the deer rub the stream when she takes a drink? Does a cow rub a field when he crops on sweet grass?
Eivor, this matter requires sensitive judgment. Will you?
我想問究竟發生咩事先
Of course. From the beginning, please.
Well now, there is no excuse too small, I see. Nothing to keep you from coveting that seat, is there?
In Sigurd's absence, who has better claim to oversee these disputes?
You might leave them to work it out for themselves, but that would mean letting go, would it not?
而家係有人要求我哋裁決啦。
Please start again. Tell me all that has happened.
I will start. I have been falsely accused by this Saxon Philistine.
A Philly what? Are you mocking me?
Silence, please. I'll hear both of your complaints and render a decision, awarding compensation if needed. Understood?
首先講下說辭先，我覺得兩邊都要聽嘅係。
Rowan, tell me your version of these events.
As you are aware, Holger and I are neighbors. Near enough that I often catch him at my stables, stealing my tools.
Borrowing.
Holger, let him speak.
Stealing, borrowing. My point being, I have always allowed him to use whatever he pleased. I greatly admire your Norse generosity and had hoped to match it. But this morning, Holger stretched the limits of my grace. Entering my stables for their feed, I found my most beautiful, gentle mare stripped of her tail. Bereft, not a strand in sight. I am ashamed to say my natural suspicion drew me to Holger, and how right I was. For when I peered across the lane, there he was, gripping a horsetail brush slathered with indigo, dragging it across a sheet of
Painting, Rowan. I was painting. You make it sound so crude.
You see? Such willful arrogance. It will take ages for Ilgafur's tail to reach its former length. I demand compensation.
I understand. Thank you, Rowan.
咁好明顯係偷剪人哋隻馬啲毛嗰個人唔啱啦！你想要毛你同人講，人哋肯嘅咪賣俾你咯，係咪先？乜嘢借啫？你用完唔通黐翻落隻馬度啊？有咩答辯啦？你講啊
Holger, let me hear your side.
Eivor, you have known me as a skald for years. You have seen how my poems bring life and joy and wisdom to our people. And you know that my work requires a certain, let us say, freedom to make use of rare resources to compose my verses. Often when lacking the proper tools, I have made use of novel items. Alvis's walking stick, Tovy's inks, all were given gladly.
You cut off my horse's tail to make a brush, you bleeding...
Rowan?
As I was saying, this morning in the throes of poetic reverie, I realized that my latest piece required delicate brushwork. I could have used a frayed stick, some cloth, my hands, but no. I needed something gentler, softer. To make a perfect brush, I needed the fine hairs of a well-raised horse. And so I availed myself of a local resource.
You clipped Alfgafur's tail to the rump without asking.
It was early. I did not wish to wake you.
你睇下啲人啦，面皮幾斜厚。
Thank you, Holger. I believe I understand your position.
嗱，而家我完全知道究竟邊個最衰㗎，大家都有目共睹㗎啦。其實佢要柔軟又好用又稀有嘅嘢，切咗佢隻手指出嚟用咪得咯，係咪？獨一無二啦。
I believe I have heard enough. If you will...
My horse looks like a fool, Eivor. No handsomer than a donkey now. You must do something.
Do not conflate hair with beauty, Rowan. She remains radiant. Elgifer's hair will grow back in no time.
Quiet, both of you. Now listen.
好明顯呢個霍格爾就禮橫折曲，面皮可以擋子彈嘅，我係唔會幫佢噶。羅溫啦。
Holger, Rowan is clearly in the right. You sheared the tail from his horse without gaining permission.
I borrowed the tail. Borrowed! Does the reality of regrowth not make this a victimless crime?
It is a two-victim crime, Holger. Though they are unharmed, you took without asking, and that will not do. As the horse's value has diminished significantly, you will pay Rowan its market price.
But the horse was not for sale. Rowan, admit it.
My decision is final, Holger. Pay what you owe and meet tomorrow as friends.
And if I do, may I keep the horse?
Pay the man and be done with it. Rowan, does this satisfy you?
It does. Thank you, Eivor.
Good. Then by Tyr's blessing, let this matter rest. We are done here. Return to your homes in peace.
喂，正所謂有借有還，你借咗佢啲毛，你冇得還㗎。
Would you allow me to pay you with a vibrant painting? After all, in some ways you helped in its creation.
Absolutely not. Silver is the only color I wish to see from you.
一係咁啦，我哋剪晒佢身上面啲頭髮啊、毛啊，乜都剪晒佢去，當係借嘅，咁得唔得？你遲早都會生翻出嚟嘅，係咪？真係邊有咁討厭？算我哋做翻啲正經嘢。
Oh, hello, Eivor. Good day. That Holger, he is quite a character.
I almost envy him. To see the world through such a muddy glass and live with such petty concerns. He hasn't a care in the world.
Let's not walk too far with that idea. I need you right where you are.
East Anglia is with us. Their King Oswald has pledged his loyalty to us.
Eivor Kingmaker, we shall call you soon. Some interesting news. King Ceolwulf has sent Ceolbert to Shropshire. He hopes to install him as Elderman there.
Good for Ceolbert. He should do well considering all he has learned from you.
I gave him only a taste of my knowledge. The rest he will need to figure for himself. One more thing. I do not know if you heard, but Sven passed away a short time ago. The poor man slipped away in his bed.
Yes, I had heard. The poor man. I wish I could have spent more time with him before the end.
I think we all wish that. Tovi most of all.
其實頭先個鏡頭我諗應該唔係望住嗰嚿嘢，不過又係中北，唔知靠咩，所以先至望住嗰隻棋喺度講嘢啫。嗱好啦，跟住落嚟咧，佢話要我哋去拜祭一個人啊，咁我哋出咗嚟先。
There was so much we were meant to do.
Tovi.
Eivor, it's Sven. He passed while I was away.
Tovi, I'm sorry I wasn't there.
No one was. We had planned to brand Tekla's barrels that morning, and we talked about what we might have for supper. And when I went to collect him, he was in his bed, sleeping, I thought. But he was already gone.
I'm sure he went in peace.
But he went with plans. Things he wanted to do, things he meant to do. His death was so empty. Not like in our stories.
不如我哋唔好講咁多嘢，呢個時候等佢慢慢講，我哋負責聽啦。
When we tell stories, the old and wise, they have this calm about them. They know when their end has come and they are ready. Sven wasn't ready, and I wasn't ready either. He was supposed to teach me things. I'm still learning. Everyone looks at me like I will simply carry on his work, as if nothing happened. Because they don't know. They don't know I'm not ready.
Life may ask more of us than we are prepared to give. But all we can do is our best. I was not prepared to lose my parents. But in a flash, they were taken from me. I pressed on, determined to live.
That must have been punishing. But you are so strong and so determined.
Someone else might have done better than me, or worse. But this was the fate woven for me, so I live it.
希望阿優二頭先嗰番説話真係開解到佢啦。
I know Sven believed in you, in your craft. So do you believe in him? Do you trust him?
He was the most skilled artist I have ever known.
And he chose you. You may step up or step down, whatever you decide. But know that he had faith in you.
Thank you, Eivor. I need to get home.
Be strong, Tovi. And know that you're valued.
咦，我哋仲喺墓前同史文德講嘢啊！
You have taught Tovi well. Through her, you live on.
好，個任務完咗，咁我哋而家咧就去決定下一步究竟要做啲乜啦。第4個聯盟我打算嚟牛津郡呢度，因為我想先鞏固咗喺周邊嘅地區先啦，其他2個遲啲先至去啦。
What about Senefordshire? Sigurd told me he had business there.
Ah, yes. Sigurd is there now, in fact. He bids you go meet him as soon as you can. He has partnered with a rebellious thane called Giedrich and hopes to install Giedrich as elderman in exchange for an oath. There is an alehouse at the center of Buckingham. Sigurd will meet you there.
I should join my brother then. Where is Buckingham?
Along the great Ouse River that divides Oxenfordshire. Sigurd will be pleased to see you.
個鏡頭想點啊？成日都整到佢咁嘅款。嗱，好啦，去牛津郡咧，我覺得最近嘅方法都係搭船，沿住條河咁嚟係最快嘅。嗱，前邊呢條近海嘅村仔咧，應該就係白金漢噶啦。咁我揾個碼頭泊埋隻船就可以去酒館噶啦。前邊呢度應該係碼頭啦啩，收帆先。可唔可以泊嚟呢度咧？喂，喐下支杖啦，轉得咁鬼慢嘅喂。唉，算啦，泊嚟呢度啦。
What do you think you're doing?
Soldiers are tightly wound.
我要甩翻頂帽，同埋阿哥大約喺邊個
I
位咧？
need your eyes, my friend.
喺呢邊。哇！前面嗰個好似啱啱飲完酒喎，一般人嚟嘅，唔使理佢。
An ale house. This must be it.
我比較關心嘅係呢度有件裝備攞咯。
Winnie bringes du Euchie Wulan to Alfwina Hemmerian. We shouldn't.
正門喺呢邊，咦？但係有幾個士兵，喂，呢度入得唔得啊？
Sigurd's not here. I'll ask around.
就問呢個咯。
These soldiers always leave a bleeding mess.
Are you the alewife here?
You are not welcome here. I've had enough trouble with Danes today.
I'm not here to cause trouble. I'm looking for my brother, a large Norseman.
It was him what caused the ruckus. Him and that other one were here, talking to Thane Giedrich. Then Lady Edwin's soldiers swept in. A fight broke out. Your brother and the tanned fella got away. The soldiers nabbed Giedrich, though. I was sorry to see that. He's well liked in these parts.
Which way did my brother go?
What's it worth to you to find out?
I'm asking a simple question.
Look, Dane, you start a scene or a scuffle, and I'll scream for soldiers.
咁衰格嘅你，但係我哋又唔夠魅力，唔可以用呢個選項。唉，83蚊俾你啦。
Thieving cutter. Here's your silver.
Thank you kindly. Your brother and his friend jumped through that window and ran for the river. I'd wager they hid in one of the fish houses there.
點解覺得佢係匿埋喺個賣魚嘅鋪頭度咧？但係我想攞件裝備先。唔知攞唔攞到呢度？
South. They wouldn't go far. I'll check along the river.
唔好住啦，阿哥佢哋一定冇事㗎。我哋而家去咗前面嗰個地方咧，睇下點樣攞件裝備先好似好啲喎。咦？但係唔係喎，守衞森嚴，仲有條鎖匙喺裏面。咁算，我哋遲啲先再攞。 阿哥佢哋就應該河邊嘅賣魚嘅鋪頭會唔會就係呢間啊？佢喺前面嗰度，咁多守衛嘅喂。再再幫手望望先。
Stretch your wings, Sunan. Smells like a fish house. Good spot to hide.
Wait! Stop!
Ahlan wa sahlan, Eivor.
We could have cut you to bloody giblets, Wolfkist.
Why so unnerved, brother? It's not like you.
Half the soldiers of the Shire are hunting us. You must have noticed.
Is that why you haven't come home? You're playing hide and fetch with Mercian soldiers.
Your brother's a busy man, Eivor. Weighed down by pressing duties.
咦，奇啦，點解兄弟會嘅人會喺呢度嘅？
Haven't you some murderous errands of your own, Basim? Why are you here at all?
My path crossed with Sigurd's long ago. We work together now, toward a single purpose.
Brother, we should be forging alliances. Send this man back to his warren before he leads you astray.
Eivor, gods above, I'm grateful you've joined us. We have made strides towards an alliance, in fact. A local thane called Giedrich has pledged an oath to me.
I've heard of him. The alewife also mentioned a Lady Edwin who commands the soldiers. Why not ally with her?
Lady Edwin's husband was the Shire's elderman, until Gudrun's army ended his life. Now she's taken up her husband's fight, with the promise of aid from King Alfred of Wessex.
Edwin vows revenge on the Danes who stole her husband and her livelihood.
From what we know, Alfred is a fearsome king. If Edwin can win his full support, this Shire is lost to Wessex.
So to fight her, you've pledged your sword to a minor thane who likely commands a gang of farmers and fishermen.
Have faith, Eivor. A few hundred Saxons armed with hayforks and billhooks can be terrifying.
Gods.
All men and women, noble or peasant, have within them the seeds of something greater.
This is true. Sometimes greater than the average mind can fathom.
Well, Edwin has Giedrich in shackles now. All your plotting has turned to ash.
Not if we act soon. She dragged her prisoners to the Longhouse. With you here, we can mount a surprise strike.
If Giedrich is our best chance for an alliance, let's see it done.
我有啲擔心咧，我哋今次啲盟友係烏合之眾咯，因為始終你唔係士兵冇受過訓練咧，而家打仗唔係打爛仔交。
Good helpeth.
Sigurd, has Basim talked you into something of little reward?
Eivor, have you lost hope in my warcraft? I heed Basim's wisdom, but he follows my lead, always.
He has the look of one who trusts none but himself.
Basim is secretive by nature, but he is wise and forthright, and he has opened my eyes to a magnificent truth. He has promised me a reward so unusual, so incredible, it will shatter your mind to shards.
Brother, our bond has the iron heft of a war axe. Do not let Basim and his prophecies of good fortune sway you from our simple goal.
Never. Our goal is fixed. We shall soon be the lords of Mercia, then all of England. But Basim has a deep insight. He's read wisdom in the lines of my face and heard the litany of my forefathers and, well, there will be time enough for my saga later.
佢連你祖先嘅嘢都知，佢係睇相㗎，同埋話會有份特別報酬俾阿直格德。嗱，照計呢個年代應該就唔會有金蘋果嘅，咁嘅話會唔會係話有其他神器咧？正門入去都得嘅喎，但係守衛冇理由咁薄弱㗎係嘛？咦？呢度開唔開到咧？唔得，一定要經另一邊個出口。佢梗係唔會幫你鬆綁啦，傻嘅你都。強制開啟。Give me a hand。咁點解唔俾我喺另外嗰邊開啊？
Sigurd, kill this sweaty fishwife.
Stay your blades. This traitor Giedrich will face trial. as will all the treasonous thanes of this shire.
You're the traitor, Edwin, calling on Alfred of Wessex begging for his army.
Clap your mead hole, Giedrich, lapdog of the Danes.
You'll sell us out to Wessex, and that poxy-ass bastard Alfred. We won't have it.
喂，啱啱佢講咗一個好重要嘅人阿弗列，好明顯就係阿弗列大帝啦，係佢打低啲維京人嘅，咁即係話係我哋最大嘅敵人嚟㗎啦。既然對方有咁強嘅後盾，我諗我哋都係坐低嚟慢慢傾先，唔好搞到咁僵住。
Lady, there is no need for slaughter. We all want peace for Oxenford Shire. Can we find some agreement?
You heathenish fork-tongued Dane. Foul-smelling heap, I shit on you all.
Lady, choose your next words with care, for you see before you the future master of all England, Sigurd, of the hungry Raven clan. Lay down your arms, free my friend here, and kiss my lordly feet. You will not get a second chance.
Sigurd, are you cracked?
And you can kiss my rosy red ass, wayface.
你得3個人，你咁串嘅喂
I've done with this offal. I leave them to you. Flay them alive and tan their flesh for saddles.
好彩都係得幾個啫。
What have they done to you?
What kind of mess did you get yourself into?
On time, Ed.
擋住！
I can still fight these
哇！嚟
bastards.
個終結攻擊先。哇！陰公。
Work with me.
哇！呢個大盾咁鈍嘅喂，都唔知佢攞個盾嚟做乜。搞掂，到你。
The Lord will see us prevail.
嗱，你唔打我打㗎啦，擋住。再嚟個重攻擊，點踩？你錯咗方向啊！再攬。
To hell. The harpy escaped. I was desperate to fight. You should have freed me.
Giedrich, this is Eivor, my stone-armed sibling.
Well met.
That was your plan, Sigurd. To charm the lady with your vague hope of kingship.
Prophecy, Eivor, not hope.
No time to squabble. Edwin's taken most of the Shire's thanes. She has her way. They'll be dead by supper.
Tend your wounds, Giedrich. We'll free your friends.
And what of the holy woman Fulke? You promised us a meeting with her.
I did, aye. But it's a fair mystery why you'd want to talk with...
Where is she?
Thane Holt will know. Fulke lives on his lands, but he'll be dead with the rest if you don't stop the trial.
Tell us where and we'll go now. Their lives depend on the speed of your tongue.
Southwest of here, halfway to Oxenaforda, at the Lichvila garrison.
Basim, Eivor, to horse.
唔好咁心急住，頭先見到地下有嘢執，你唔執埋佢就走啊！好啦，而家真係執完可以走啦。
Off again, Eivor, you and I, with blades drawn and hearts ablaze.
Who is this Fulke that Basim spoke of?
An ally, Eivor. A most important ally. A holy woman who trades in prophecies and secret knowledge.
That is not the sort of alliance we're looking for, Sigurd.
No, it's even better. You cannot imagine what this...
你有咩新發現啊？同埋點解你講話停咗嘅？你係咪仲有啲嘢繼續講落去咧？大家都知啦，其實我哋係維京人嚟噶嘛。喺歷史上面呢一個時期根本就係衰人嚟嘅，因為永遠贏嗰方就係正義，最後贏嘅就係阿弗列大帝。我自己都好想知究竟個古仔會點樣講，將阿弗列大帝講到係一個衰人，又或者交代佢點樣會成為呢個上古為罪者啊！嗱，好啦，我哋已經見到呢個利亞別墅啦，但係點解咁殘舊嘅？因為
Here's the trial.
係一場審判。哇！呢度好多嘢攞喎。
They're about to execute the prisoners.
會將佢哋斬首。
These subjects of the Lady Eadwyn have betrayed their oaths to the Shire. Not true. Silence. They stand accused and are guilty of spreading calumny against our sainted Lady Eadwyn and engaging in sedition and general disreputable acts. Pig shite! Each shall be called to confess his perfidy. Confession grants atoned death. Failure to confess earns a disgraceful death. Thane Brant, I stand innocent. Do you confess to cravenly plotting to betray Lady Eadwyn?
My father, his father, and his father's father all fought for Mercia. I have fought for Mercia. Now you would shackle us to the whoremonger of Wessex? This trial is a shame.
會俾人發現嘅喎。
And you are an ass.
大帽都冇用呢度。
Disgraceful death. Stop! Corporal! Execute the prisoners at once! Rescue us! We can help!
Hey! Worms, take you!
喂！我要殺呢個。你去邊度？過嚟！
Getting tired?
想敲鐘嗌援軍。
With me, brother!
擋住！再擋！擋！好彩你打唔中。哇！呢度牛津郡啲人勁好多喎，喂！因為咧我都啱啱好夠呢個力量值同佢哋打嘅啫，其實。擋住！哇！俾人圍啊，真係大鑊！攞背脊嚟！哎呀，後邊！企嗰件！
Get the murderer!
Places all mine!
咦，撳錯，唔係要影相啊喂！可唔可以釋放咗佢哋先啊？
stand with Giedrich.
好，夠晒。
My life, friend.
咁你就走啦。迴避到。
Focus, we have this.
咦，唔係喎，佢頭先嗰個勁啫喎，其他嗰啲唔算好勁喎，兩下劈死佢啦，擋住你，還擊。好，呢個 KO。
Break this bleeding cage open, would you?
咦，乜原來你運咗嚟呢度啊
Giedrich sent me. Let's get away from this place.
我以為你喺裏面添，要護送佢去安全嘅地方。喂，但係入得嚟，唔通你唔攞埋啲嘢就走咩？橫掂都俾我殺得七七八八啦，攞埋條鎖匙先，跟住手刮完呢度附近啲嘢再走啦。
We can talk safely over there. We fought with our Weasley ealdorman for years. Now his widow wants to lop off our heads.
佢講嘅未亡人係咪即係我哋一開始見到嗰個女人啊
Bless you all. Thanks to you, I live to pay Lady Eadwyn back in blood. I am Thane Holt. Does Giedrich live?
He's safe in Buckingham.
Good, Thane. We are at your side in this fight, to keep this land in the hands of those who love Mercia, be they Saxon or Dane.
God in heaven knows I'd sooner see a Dane married to my daughter than sell a man of Wessex one of my pigs. If Giedrich is behind you, then I am too.
We're told you know of a holy woman, Fulke. Where is she now?
Can we not fixate on this cipher, Fulke? Eadwyn is our focus.
Fulke holds a secret that may turn the tide of this fight. Without her, I cannot achieve my full purpose here.
The madwoman Fulke?
你話佢係黐線嘅，咁究竟佢有啲咩秘密啊
If you want my backing, brother, you'll explain yourself. How is a mad woman central to your plans?
When we find her, I will tell you all you wish to know. Until then, nothing.
Understand this. Fulke is a heretic, a sower of poisoned knowledge, and an enemy of the Church. She claims to have seen or spoken with God himself. And for this, Lady Eadwyn had her imprisoned, I know not where.
At a monastery, I suppose. We should make inquiries.
Sigurd, do we not owe Giedrich some word of what has happened here?
You can speak with him in my stead, but we must hurry. Fulke's life may be in danger.
We risk losing all the gains we've made here for the sake of this woman.
Trust me, Eivor. Fulke is of great importance. You'll soon understand.
I hope I will.
We have a camp to the east at Linforta, an old harbor on the Great Ouse. Meet us there.
We Thanes will raise a feard and join with you to take down Eadwyn. whatever it takes. Bring this news to Giedrich, and tell him we'll be ready when he calls.
Every man will be needed.
嗱好啦，我哋咧完全就變咗一個跑腿傳送兵，就要去報告咗我哋啱啱完成嘅任務先。跟住落嚟嗰個黐線女人，佢話自己見過神。咁究竟佢係咪見過古老嘅醫術人，又或者有啲咩古文明留低喺度，又俾佢窺見過啲影像咧？咁我哋今集嚟到呢度先，下集再揾人啦。中意嘅朋友記住 Like 同埋 Share 俾朋友一齊睇。我哋下集再見 ，Thank you，拜拜。